They fought America's first integrated war.
When you got out in the jungle, there was no room for prejudice.
Black Vietnam veterans. They were young, mostly poor, mostly undereducated. The foot soldiers of a mean and dirty war, and the targets of enemies that were not always Vietnamese.
Did you see a cross burned in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Where?
The Bloodz of Nam.
Tonight, some special remembrances from an overlooked group of veterans about an unpopular war. This evening, war stories about what it was like to have been young, black, and in Vietnam. A high percentage of the men on the front lines in Vietnam were black.
Many think Bloodz come from thugs, been in the street acting hard, but it was about soldiers Vietnam War, during discrimination times of attack. So Bloodz, dead president, was about this man life hanging with T. Kirkman. True facts. High percentage on the front line was black, not Caucasian. It was a lot of casualties, fighting two wars, the enemy, racism, and home relation. Alone, a horror encountered through the war deeply divided the nation, and what soldiers was facing the battlefield. Metal kill, giving you cold chills. They developed brotherhood, so many people died in disproportionate number. That's why they called the front line Soulville. Know the deal on how to survive. Some made it, many didn't come back, died for a country integrated. War black and white, stood as one to fight against the common enemy. No one judged while warring. Communists urged you to go instead of harming other dark-skinned people. The order trend was an evil start. Being black in Vietnam was hard. They came from farms and ghetto communities that didn't have much. To being loved, to crawling in the mud, dodging enemy slugs. We was taught you have to be tough, because the road that traveled in the U.S. would be rough. That's why they was called Bloodz. You think it's about red rags and thugs, but it's about discrimination, survival, and blacks crawling in the mud. Bloodz.
For our military veterans, those who lost their lives or have been forever changed in war.
No bad, many joined armed forces and got drafted. Many never came back and had to deal with the concept of war. My dad probably honored his place in Purple Hearts, jumping out planes. Some men came back addicted and totally insane. We brainwashed, going drive-bys on our own folks. You never see death like this before. Survival mode, go fight the enemy, could be scary. Nothing prepared you for what you saw. Women's and kids shot, felt necessary to take a life. Nothing to brag about, a bloody scene. The government created killing machines. Regime shooting false flags. Lost get back to the U.S. You try hard to get paid for your duty from the state. Reminisce about the hate and all the people's killed down south in the early days. They was poor, but their friendship was rich. This was a heavy burden on the mind, turned suicide. Your buddy killed psychologically, conditioned to when people die. Helicopter falling out the sky, cries coming from the grave. 100 degrees in the shade, life of a renegade. End days before civil rights action. It was Black Panthers and 76 1st Tank Battalion. Who models come out fighting, don't fold or stop. Crew came across Nazi roadblocks. Deadly engaged in the first contact. Under heavy gunfire from enemies on sight. They tank hit a mine, cut open the stars. No morphine shot, continued to fight 3 more days until he was killed. And his crew wounded by 2 high explosive shells. Well, it took 53 years for Sergeant Rivers to be recognized and receive a Medal of Honor in 1997. These veterans captured to help liberate over 30 towns, including Jewish prisoners from concentration camp, receiving 4 campaign ribbons, 11 Civil Stars, 69 Bronze Stars, 300 Purple Hearts, and Presidential Unit Citation in 1978. Fighting military enemies aboard only to come home to racism and hate, which continued well after the war ended.
You don't know what death is, because most of us never see death. But at church, when a family member died, but to watch guys drop below you and you're wondering, what am I going to do? Fire a weapon, practice is one thing, but shooting at somebody for real is something else.
And armed with only a machine gun, took out the enemy position.